I've been waiting way too long. Yeah, I've been down here trying to get it. Yeah, I've been waiting way too long.
In this video, we're going to look at solving one variable inequalities, and I'll also go over again how to graph them once we've solved them. Example A, 3x is greater than negative 27. So I'm actually going to solve this the same way I solve an equation. So I'm going to treat this greater than symbol as my boundary line, where my equal sign was. So I still want to get x by itself on this side. So to get x by itself, I need to divide by 3. That leaves me with x. Please make sure you put the right symbol here. Is greater than negative 27 divided by 3 is negative 9. So if I wanted to graph this on a number line, it's really as simple as just putting a few lines, and then I could even label this negative 9, and then my circle would be open at negative 9, and greater than means that my solutions are to the right. So that's how you would graph that. Again, it's not necessary to fill in every one of these dashes with a number, as long as really you have the main solution, or the number in the inequality. Next we have 6 is greater than 2/3 r. So I want to get r by itself. In order to get r by itself, I need to divide by 2/3 because 2/3 is being multiplied by r. Remember, dividing a fraction is the same as multiplying by the reciprocal. So I'm going to multiply both sides by the reciprocal. 2/3 times 3/2 is 1. So r, and then I have my symbol here, which is a greater than symbol when you're looking at it from the left, is equal to 3/2 times 6 is the same as 3/2 times 6/1, which is 18/2, which is the same as 9. So if I read this from left to right, that is 9 is greater than r. Or I could write it as r is less than 9. So now I'm going to graph this on a number line, so I need there to be a 9 on my number line. So I'm going to say that this is 9 here, which means this is 8, 7, 6, and so on. So I'm going to have an open circle at 9, and my solutions are all to the left of 9. So again, all the numbers that this line is crossing, those are all solutions for r. Could r be 5? Yes. Could it be 6? Yes. Could it be anywhere between 5 and 6? Yes. But remember, because of this open circle, r cannot equal 9. It has to be less than 9. Our next example is 15 is greater than or equal to 19 plus 2 times the quantity q minus 18. So the first thing I need to do is I need to distribute this. So my 19 is going to stay here, my 15 as well, with my greater than or equal to symbol. I'm going to distribute 2 times q is 2q. 2 times negative 18 is negative 36. Now I need to combine like terms. The 19 and the minus 36 can be combined. So 15 is greater than or equal to negative 17 plus 2q. So now I need to get q by itself, so I'm going to add 17 to both sides. 15 plus 17 is 32, is greater than or equal to, again, make sure that inequality symbol follows down. Common mistake I see is that people suddenly will make that an equal sign. Pay attention to what you're doing. So 32 is greater than or equal to 2q. I still need to get q by itself. I'm going to divide by 2. So 16 is greater than or equal to q, which is the same as q is less than or equal to 16. So if I want to put this on a number line, I'm going to call this 16, 17, 18, 15. So I'm going to have a closed circle at 16, and my solutions are less than, so all my solutions are to the left. So that is how I would graph that inequality. 3 is less than 2x minus 5 times the quantity x plus 3. So again, I want to distribute first. So 3 is less than 2x. That does not get distributed. Negative 5 times x is negative 5x. Negative 5 times 3 is negative 15. So I've distributed. Now I want to combine like terms. So I want to combine my x's. So 3 is less than negative 3x minus 15. I want to get x by itself. I'm going to add the constant. Get rid of the constant first. 18 is less than negative 3x. Now I still need to get x by itself, which means I need to divide by a -3. Now when you multiply or divide by a negative number, this inequality symbol flips. So this less than now becomes a greater than. Why? Because we divided by a negative. So when you multiply or divide by a negative, the inequality symbol flips. So now I have -3 divided by -3 is 1, so this is x. 18 divided by -3 is -6. So -6 is greater than x, which is the same as x is less than -6. So if I were to graph this, again, these are the same thing. X is less than -6. I'm going to have an open circle at -6, and my solutions are to the left because that is less than.
I've been waiting way too long. Yeah.